Penya, Obi can this year, I know say executive presidency. O man in a Penya or that. And now, or buy one Kabibia, and your political platforms who can put or buy it. And now, oh, just say, oh, this is the idea, but depending on we are so be about, oh, I would, I'm not here, no, Mabuna, my year, Mona, did the ever catch the Munya would say. When Penfodio, my one, did the America, as somebody as ye go Kappa, ye say ye quaco whom Abra. Yan can say ye go whom Monona Muguana Mutia, yes, a Gubeda Muguano, Yamoni as ye go whom, as ye quaco whom Abra. Abrawano a penny. Ya when you ya be willing to ya huno. Most of them were growing now, now we want their policies now president. Money political importance and BIA and your political rally and your shade and yet Munya Botre. Muchiana mo ye Moniamana Mumma penny for. Now I understand policy now so that I do be at them. Democracy now will be. Now, it's painful, so yet. I'm not possible to say a big diamond, but I don't want my moon yet, number one, won't just yet. What young, what you get about one, I want to let them from us.
Okay, into way in summer, a year, Akuffo Addo, and I say, Kitty Amon, Ekafa, a year, Emranten Mabawa, Akuffo Addo, Independence Square, now what you be a tremo. Ivan. First of all, what happened at the music, the Ghana Global Music Festival? Wasn't necessary at all.
They did come and mention what here for. I think sir, a nya idea tasi de be as a president be convention say abe who say mabunu year ne sa idea no. And answer now be nya fair understanding of what happened. You begin to ask yourself say dear na na ekoso. I don't know because now a non-political activity. A youth of Ghana in Asia and like an entertainment show. So and yes, a political activity and as a political function will be called with a preconceived motive. Say this is what I'm going to do. You understand? And I don't know whether I say Nipane ya aware said the president was coming or not. But I heard president bar stage, you know, now youth, you know, simultaneously something that happened. It was spontaneous, and clearly you could see say. Among for who president, you know, certain anger been about among for and the reaction because you see, I heard the kind of promises and then and I heard the current state of this particular country at this particular point in time. Whenever you see the president now heard the promises I will make here, definitely you'll be disappointed. So it was a natural reaction from Ghanaians. I confirmed the level of disappointment, I can't the veil of hopelessness a center over your friends over this particular country. The fact that youth unemployment is skyrocketing, there is no definitive plan. Maybe these are the measures government put in place. And some of the opportunity, and I say, some more creative avenues, some more creative for the youth. For instance, about the NAPCO initiative. People thought say it's one of the things that be taking care of the situation. But few years after, and then NAPCO no have. I'm told say lady be friend and I catch them said NAPCO no. Yes, I and the salary last year November, last month no mutiamano. Clearly after you see this year how many months in here. But I feel the year to year November 2021 we at the amano. So clearly that particular even policy no cry yes stop-gap measure no. The government couldn't sustain it. And then you flip it back to the economic arena, locally, domestically. No, just look at the CD dollar rate. So, oh, your business last year. That's a ukra, let's say 2 years ago, and that's about 2 years ago. Ukra $100,000. I would the carbon tin cofa and near my ebediga. We know more kanya she. Baby, a yaba bedroom, you are likely to say about 30 to 40% of your capital and what lose you. All because of dollar CD, your friend say depreciation and air cost. The government is absolutely putting no measures in place to ensure say you bet me upset the balance na imbalance na economy na you know. Then at the international level, we have say all the credible rating agencies in United downgraded the economy of this particular country. The most credible your friend is a financial institution, rating institution anymore. We are say mekan the baba team your Moody's, the baba team your Fitch. The about team S&P. These are the credible rating agencies. So investor for about not the secure about Ghana. Almost scorecard no more. These agencies, downgrading Ghana, telling us that the confidence in the Ghana's economy is shattered and broken. So I know the day, say investors didn't seek about, they will look at the S&P rating, they will look at Fitch, they will look at so no money is coming to the system. And again, you are running the economy now born out to the stand, say, capital market, you have access to Ghana by a middle income state. You see, all the monies are free Britain Wood institution like the IMF, World Bank, na ever free, because now you're lower middle income way, and but we drew middle now. You are self-sufficient, like Odo Hokakra. So we had access to the capital market. We decided within a short period, say, you access your friends the capital market, and you be your fee. Kendoforia was just trotting or Kobasa floating bond. Within a short period of 4 years, now your floating bond is Sika about Chrome her true bond don't quite over $11 billion. Am I in economy? No, among for who says Sika buy any intimate financial. And tis a Ghana see a bontin so Kobobo Sia Nasa or the Baby Diga. And as a Copesica da Baby, we are Oko floating bond now, or be any hoarding Sika by yet. And it's a we youth. Now we have the Ecoso of Ghana. Now we have in the midst of this stormy situation, the president, his ministers, and people who are supposed to take care of the situation and ensure that at least are not doing anything. And on top of that, you have a large size of government, saying the number of people are setting or occupy the various positions. We had a size of government, for instance, ministers, deputy ministers, and then as for the amount of money I had more. Then you go to the Flagstaff House, people who are there as presidential staff, and as for in the midst of this stormy situation, what do you expect is at least certain measures is being taken at the executive level, mitigating the effect. At least government expenditure to certain extent, but nothing is being done about the situation. What I say? So, the ordinary Ghanaian, the youth now, or way now, or the need at least government will do something. Because my culture say yes, no government in the world. Kufuor by Mahama by when a buying beer in Hobaba, obeti be create job. Amagana ni beer in your but Kakana obeti you also lay a solid foundation for economic takeoff. And it's certain incentive, certain competitive edge via Nipa free school, but at least take advantage. Certain initiative, you have money panel, that is what you do. But in the face of all the challenges going on, nothing is being done. The last time I came here and I told you, say, post-COVID era, the challenges are used for ELCOM, despite the various, your friend say, interventional programs are buying the buy. Biden are making it, your friend say, policy say. Obi access student loan in the United States of America, below $10,000. Government is passing them a reprieve. Now, more this no. What I say. So in such an economy, so what program is what the salary now you have a free space to use that particular money or to realign it or channel it to other productive area. But the Ghana festival, national president, the usual rhetoric, just harnessing situation in Biaba, you just like the usual political narrative, you spend it, and in the end, nothing comes of it out of it. I have told you it's about the youth of today are different from the youth in 10 years ago. Those times, no information ain't available. But now with the advent of this new media and this social media stuff, people are becoming very receptive to the information that is flowing from the other media. Yes, first now you depend on the traditional media, GBC, your friends saying. Other radio stations, they control the narrative, but now it is out of their control and the information available. So the average and the ordinary Ghanaian is now enlightened, socially active, politically conscious. What I say? And now be rattle, de blah 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 blah. Who says sabi? And sabra wokano and yansama so they will not take you serious. So what happened at the fanfare? Whether you think it was right or not, I think that isn't the issue, but it is a clear demonstration of the fact that the average Ghanaian are losing trust and confidence in people who are manning the administration or who are manning this particular country. They have no trust in them. That is why it was a spontaneous reaction, and those who are reading other meanings to it say it was politically motivated, it was some kind of a machination. That was engineered.
Communication, deputy communication director, Edema, MPP, Owusu Bempah, Eba out. In fact, we issue statements, I think Monday or Tuesday. Eka say it was an orchestration by the NDC. NDC anyway, I retracted, said they have nothing to do with it, but then it is coming from the people, genuinely from the people.
I think that is quite infantile. Say what happened politically motivated and a certain machination being orchestrated by opposition parties in the Nasa form. And my catcher said whatever happened then wasn't a political movement. It wasn't like a demonstration and maybe other activists that could say people knew say we are politically active, so sometimes some of the reaction a bit but we are talking about individuals, music lovers, and as for me say music concert and as for I'm not interested in those things. I don't go there, you understand. So most of the people who went there, most of them are not even politically inclined. So they went there purposely because musicians were coming. What I said. So it was a fanfare kind of something a man for entertain you. So for Obi to say a politically motivated, it's a way to skew the whole, just to skew the whole thing and give it a different interpretation. What I say? But because you see what happened, I saw it all over on various platforms, DW Africa, BBC, and other way. I take a snapshot of it and it's trending, and you see it's giving a very bad image to the government, especially at this time. The economic turbulence Adru level sebi also anu ayenye Makacha say we have spin doctors in politics are evolved to a level where there are people we call spin doctors. What they do is to change the bad narrative to good narrative. So Anna Kromano, your politics and your narrowing to the extent that whenever critical issues bearing crucial national interest, that's you're politicizing and NDC and MPP, then the whole thing loses the essence, and we just brush it aside. Or kind of NDC for then they will brush it aside. But the reality is what is dawning on us, the economy is broken, the ordinary Ghanaian lose trust and confidence, and that there is the need for government to have self-introspection and begin to ask, Kyei Akuffo Addo. Quite recently, 2016, when people lost confidence in the NDC administration, people felt the NDC was not doing better, and Akuffo Addo was seen as an alternative. Akuffo Addo, Amanfonya hope and trust and confidence in him, jeering him, and he won the 2016 election, becoming president. Fast forward, why are people hooting at him? Why is it that if you go to various social media platforms, the president, Amanfo man that kind of recognition anymore? Go to the president, his own war. Abra President Akuffo Addo be post to Facebook. Go down and see the kind of reaction coming. What I say? So it is what happened an isolated like incident that Echo see at the function. It is all over on social media. If you go even under the president post in the chat on social media, the same reaction you saw at the fair, it's been demonstrated right under his wall. So Nipa no manage the war, no our problem. All that they've been doing is deleting comments. Sometimes I call likes in the doors, and I say shares in the doors, but I don't have comments in our honor. Because a bad comment and people are deleting them because I just give them a very terrible image. What I say. So what happened? For it is quite childish and infantile for anybody to sit somewhere and say it was politically motivated. And I say, Obi orchestrated yet. It is time so better say I self-introspection. Because Akuffo Addo 2016, na Ghana for Gini to Mesosono sono. What happened? And then I see as I say Ghana for ebo ehuru on the stage. So at that point, who say at least there is the need for us to do something. Because if we begin to read political meanings into everything, turning everything into NDC, MPP thing, at the end of the day, we will not move forward. Because so even a politicians, and I say a political active, and the people who are disappointed in the Akuffo Addo administration at this point in time, go beyond the political blocks, and I say the partisan blocks. It's not just the NDC. I have a number of people, Ghanaians, living in the United States, living outside this particular country, who are not inclined to NDC, MPP politics, or they have in mind a sense of being, your friend saying, a Ghanaian. That is what, and they want to see Ghana being a better place that will offer opportunity and incentive to Obia. So when they look at what is happening in Ghana, they have lost confidence and trust in the economy. And I think that should be a major concern for policy makers and power wielders, office holders, to be very much concerned about the current situation and then begin to think about an alternative way of flipping the narrative. Say, at least something better will be done. But you limit the whole thing. We decide not to lift the discourse beyond the frontiers of partisan politics. Now, yes, a term beyond you make into partisan politics, and whatever happened, NDC, MPP, we will never move forward. It's the reason why people have started a lot of comments. They were sponsored, they were bashed to go. You see, you don't need to bash people to go and boo at Akuffo Addo. Social media is a larger platform, and I think if you go there, the kind of reaction, responses from Ghanaians so far as this whole administration is concerned, you don't need to bash people to go and boo. It's a fact that people have lost trust and confidence in Akuffo Addo as a person, his government, the kind of systems he put in place. Because, for instance, this is a person who told you that IMF is a no-go area. It's for lazy people who have lost, touch with whatever that they are doing. People who cannot calibrate their own government. When you design, say you have failed, that's when you go to IMF. And then this person is chasing and begging IMF to come and redeem them. So what does that tell you? Onoan Kasakwa lose trust and confidence in himself because he's going after something he has over the years bastardized, demonized. Today he's begging them, sitting at the negotiation table with IMF. And that is what is going on. So I think that there are enough evidence abound to demonstrate the fact that Ghanaians lose confidence and trust in Akuffo Addo. And what happened there, I think that whether good or bad, that should serve as a wake-up call to him. At this point, whether the numbers were enough, whatever, it's quite unusual for a president to take a stage and people will be booing our team. It's quite unusual. So it is up to him. Quite recently, I was the darling boy of Ghanaians. Ghanaians were jeering. Akuffo Addo was very popular in 2016 when he was coming.
2015, 2016.
Yes, exactly. People were, even ordinary Ghanaians gave him money to the extent that Oko Kumasia. Kyei Innocent, no one digital emphamano.
Even a car dealers association.
Exactly. Oko Aboso Kai. But now Aboso Kai, yes, a president Kohosisi here on the Pamno. What happened? So it is the activity now, Bravo, more over the years, and the picture out there. So they need to sit up, just do self-introspection and begin to ask themselves, wrong. Because you see, Maka said, there is no perfect government anywhere in the world. But for you to listen and try to do something about the many challenges that are happening, you listen to the many concerns and whatever other people are expressing, but they have decided to block their mind to the reality. They have created their own false sense of reality. So who sitting here, if you look at the political arena and the economic arena, you see there are a lot of challenges, myriad of problems that you expect power wielders at least to do something to salvage the situation. Because he has created a false sense of reality and he's living in that utopian world, he doesn't see those challenges. So he thinks everything is cool. So today when the president takes this, you tell you that his ministers are performing, everything is cool. He'll go to BBC and defend, say, in the face of all that has happened, everything is cool. But today we are begging IMF.
Kyei Innocent, I reacted to this statement. Not only him, Professor Ransford Jampo, Abekasa Afa, this, if Asema is here, or no, say, what happened should be a wake-up call to the government. Exactly. But then he also advised the youth, say, sometimes when it gets to the international stage like this, we should tone down a little bit. Which on social media, a lot of people try to side with him because now, Uchaha. But Kyei Innocent, calling the youth as having a coconut head, did he go far?
I think it's quite unfortunate. And let me first react to Jampo's comment. I think that Jampo, you see, at the diplomatic circles, and at least, we will agree that it's not nice at the stage internationally recognized and the people who are the president, but he's also realized maybe a Ghana for you to know, they've had it to their neck.
Sure.
They have it to their neck. And if you look at the many challenges in them, and the fact that nothing is being done to salvage the situation, you need to side with the average and the ordinary Ghanaian already disappointed in government and say, nothing is being done, especially at this point. Maybe a general economy now shut here, break here, and you expect something, certain intervention. What is being done? Apart from chasing IMF for $3 billion.
You start is coming.
You start is coming. The initiative na di can buy the initiative na buy na see create job opportunities for among for the you see, and I'm catch say they're only trying to sustain the narrative. Politics, you know, instead of being an action, you know, to them it's a fine act of spinning certain narrative at the time I'm for that is what they do. So some of these things may come one district, one factory, but if you go to the grounds, nothing is happening. What I say, and that is what they do. So he should size with the youth and say the level of despondency and the level of desperation in the system, no, and they motivated the youth to react the way they did. And a fun why it doesn't matter the stage. What I say. So that is it. And back to Kyei Innocent. I think say you can say Obi a leader, and I say when you hold a sensitive position like being a member of parliament, and then I say for no man, you are supposed to demonstrate civility, and at least okasa some decorum must be accommodated. Sabi a man for who say, oh indeed, we are paying